Try Jesus, try Jesus. Come on and try him, try Jesus. He's all you ever need. Good God Almighty, try Jesus, try Jesus. Come on and try him, y'all. Try Jesus. He's all you'll ever need. Oh, try Jesus, try Jesus. Come on and try him, try Jesus. 'Cause he's all you'll ever need. Good God Almighty, try Jesus, try Jesus. I need you to try him, try Jesus. He's all you'll ever need. Listen.
Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and welcome to Quartet Sensations. I am your host for the evening. I am Lady Des, and tonight it's all about the women. It's all about the women. And can I say that again? It's all about the women, y'all. And you were just hearing Rhonda McFadden out of South Carolina, Try Jesus. So listen, we're going to be shining light on the women of Quartet on tonight. These are silent giants who still make Quartet move, right? You may see them, you may not see them, you may know them and you may not know them. But tonight we're going to shine light on these phenomenal women. So you may say, listen, they ain't the only two doing something in Quartet. They're not. But for tonight, these are the women I chose to shine a light on. But in honor of Women's History Month, we are shining that big light on all of these giants. These are women behind the scenes who help keep making Quartet alive. Now, if you are a promoter, radio announcer, y'all ladies, y'all help me out in sound and production, management, all of these great things, we honor you tonight. We congratulate you for everything that you do. Let me go. Wait, I got a list. Let me go down the line. I don't want to miss anybody. Managers, artists, promoters, publicists, PR teams, marketing, radio services, producers, management, sound engineers. Who else am I missing, ladies? Did I say radio? If you sold a ticket, hosts, yes, we can't forget our hosts. If you sold a ticket, if you shared a flyer, we appreciate women. We thank
Group liaison.
Who?
Group liaison.
Artist liaison.
Yes.
Artist liaison. If I didn't name you, we thank you all. Sonya, you said something?
I was saying public relations.
Yes, I think I did public relations.
Sorry.
Yes, I think I did public relations. And listen, y'all, these group of women, I do not want to forget. I always want to put them before the public and remind them that they are seen and they are loved. And those are our Quartet wives. All right, so let's shout it out for the Quartet wives. These are the women that are constantly staying in the paint. Their husbands are leaving home week after week, days after days, sometimes depending on what that project looked like. And they don't see them. And they're back home taking care of the house, taking care of the family. And I always say, when their husbands are overbooked, a lot of times they're overlooked. But we see you women, we see you Quartet wives that are out there, and we want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you do. You women are doing a phenomenal job. But listen, tonight, we're putting that special spotlight on. I had three. One had an emergency that she had to take care of and couldn't make it on tonight. But it's actually three women. I know you see two women who we want to really honor on tonight and honor the work and the amazing job that they're doing in the Quartet industry. So listen, y'all, we have that online tonight. She had the emergency, Miss Sunsurray Wynn. She is the publisher and chief editor of the Gospel Quartet Heritage Magazine. She is also
Yes.
CEO of Wynn Entertainment, and she's right here from Miami, Florida. And I have my
Wonderful.
CEO of Exclusive Touch LLC, Management and Promotions, Miss Elonda Goodwin. Woo!
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Listen, y'all. And this last one, if you all have watched YouTube, you've been to the concerts and the shows live in person, you may have spotted this young lady on the side of the stage, just making things happen, or she just be
Making
sitting
it
there and you're like
happen.
wondering, who is she and what does she do? I want to introduce you all to Miss Sonya Maddox. She is the CEO of Grace Productions. She is a elite stage production manager.
Yes.
She wears so many hats. She's an artist manager. She does a whole lot. So we're going to really dive in to these ladies on tonight. We're going to celebrate them. We're going to honor them. And we're going to find out exactly what it is that they really do and what roles do they play in a lot of these singers' lives that you hear day in and day out. So welcome, ladies. Hey.
Thank you. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the invite.
You're
I
welcome.
Yes.
I was honored to be called and just to, to be a part of your platform. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It is definitely an honor to have you here. So, ladies, let's just start off right here. I just want you all to tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Elonda, we'll start with you.
Okay. So my name is Elonda Goodwin, and I hail from the beautiful state of Virginia, Tidewater, Virginia. My stage name is Miss Exclusive because the name of my business is Exclusive Touch Management and Promotion. And with that being said, I am a promoter myself. I'm also an artist liaison. I do a lot of behind the scenes for artists and groups right now. So if you don't know me or know my position, but you see me all the time, I'm definitely networking and marketing and handling business on the back end of the artist to make sure we have a successful gig, make sure the business is handled properly, and to assist the other promoters in making sure we have a wonderful event. I'm always one to say I don't need my name in lights. I love sitting on the front row. Now, when I step in the building, I want to be on that front row so I can see and hear. But I don't need my name in lights because at the end of the day, everything will be handled properly on my end. And that's all the light I need to have. And so to make sure my artists are comfortable, at the engagement settings and make sure the hotels are booked, their travel is completed, and the stage time. And then I communicate with the stage managers or what have you, such as Sonya, to make sure that we're there on time for the lineup, sound check, or anything like that. I take the burden off of the artist.
Yes,
And you
yes.
may or may not see me because there was a time a few months ago where I couldn't go out, but I still was being productive with the groups that I was working with, whether it was via text, email, sometimes FaceTime, even if I couldn't be there physically. The business was always handled prior to my groups arriving to the venue or their performance. So I like the background. I like the
Awesome.
background.
Awesome. Thank you. Exclusive Touch, y'all. Exclusive Touch LLC. Now, Sonia, same question to you.
My name is Sonya Maddox, and I reside in Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Tupelo, Mississippi, as well as Little Rock, Arkansas. I am the owner and CEO of Grace Entertainment, as well as I do sit on the board for as an administrator for Gospel Music Workshop. I do sit on the board for Gospel Music Workshop of America Quartet Division. So I sit right under our chairman, Bishop Kennedy Robinson, as well as our co-chairman, Bishop Derek Pettis. I also I'm also the artist manager for Band Geek Music Group, where everything goes directly through me when it comes down to our artists of Band Geek Music Group. And also, I am an artist manager for Shawana Springfield and the Children of God, as well as yeah, all of my artists that's on Band Music. So, as I stated, I do wear a lot of different hats. So, production is my baby. I love it. I love doing it. I enjoy everything I do. Um, so I would just have to say that sometimes it's not easy. I do see a lot of people getting into the production part, and I've been in the industry, working in the industry for over 25 plus years. So I know a lot of artists. I know a lot of people. I have worked with a lot of artists, and networking is extremely very important to me. And I think that's the key to
That's
anything that
right.
you have to network and you have to know the people. So networking and getting to know the artists and getting to know the promoters and getting to know the people, that's extremely very important. So I'm just thankful to be here. Thank you so much, Desiree, for the invite once again.
You
Absolutely.
welcome. Listen, you ladies just
Absolutely.
opened up a can of worms, and I'm trying not to go before myself. But definitely I want to get into networking and building those relationships.
Yes,
But before,
yes.
before that, listen, I got a little icebreaker, right? I want you all to tell me in one word. Just give me one word, not a sentence, not two words, not three, one. What do quartet mean to you?
I would say everything.
What do quartet mean to you? Everything.
Well, let me
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and elaborate, Sonya.
let when I say standard, I have to use that word standard. And that's in one word, everything. That sums it up.
Yes, Elonda.
Quartet means to me power. And when I say power is we all know that gospel was is the root of music genres all over, but the quartet gospel section just have a more powerful, my uncle, he's a traditional church man. He called the quartet singers the hip slappers. When the quartet groups are in the building, there is a difference. So they
Yes,
bring that power to the stage. They bring the whole different light. It might be four singers and five band members, or six singers and three band members. Whatever the quartet genre needs to do to get it done, they take power and authority over those stages, over the engagements. And we're still on a rise.
yes,
Quartet,
we're
quartet isn't dead. So quartet
absolutely
means to me power.
yes. And you said the word that I was thinking, and that word is arise,
That's right.
because it is time for our quartet community to rise up, to level up, to have that structure and that standard that it takes to be a well-rounded artist in the gospel,
Absolutely.
because that's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You're spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. So these are all good words, y'all. So listen, we're going to talk about the gospel. We're going to talk about the power behind quartet and why it needs a standard and why it should have a standard
Mhm.
that pulls everything together. So, what does it mean to you as a woman working behind the scenes in quartet? Let's go with you, Elonda.
A woman working behind the scenes in quartet means to me, um, it's very empowering. Once again, the quartet can be a male dominated industry, but now you have way more female quartet artists, lead singers, and groups than we had in yesteryear. There are more female promoters.
Yes,
The female musicians are on the rise. The
absolutely.
female musicians are on the rise. And so, we always say, from the natural point of view, the woman is the neck to turn the head, and that's just what it is. If it wasn't for us females being around the industry in any way, shape, or form, they wouldn't be as successful as they are today. It takes us to make things happen. They fall to pieces when they get to the city and the hotel rooms are not ready.
Yeah, it's true.
They fall to pieces when they get to the church and they don't have a dressing room. We as women, we have to take our babies in the bathroom with us, use a changing table or our lap. We know how to accommodate things. Me and they just don't function like that. So a woman in Quartet in 2026 is empowering. We have the power to make things move.
I believe that. Sonya, you want to add on to that?
Absolutely. I would have to say in regards to that we as women that working in this industry, there has been working behind in this industry a long time. And of course, yes, it seemed as being overlooked because as Elonda did state that the male factor was the dominant that people would see out front. But a lot of the times things was being handled by the women in the background. And although it wasn't, I would say it wasn't the fact that we were being overlooked. It was the fact that they wasn't bringing us to the forefront. Now we're leading. Now we're front. And it takes a lot of standards, it takes a lot of standing, it takes a lot of willpower to be able to
Yes.
withstand in this industry. And not just in this industry, but that's any genre of music, not just quartet, but in any genre of music, because women are tend to overlook a lot because we have power,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
have the power to get the job done, and we're going to get the job done. And basically carried it. A lot of women, and I tell women all the time, it takes that piece of, you have that integrity. When you
That's
have
right.
integrity means a whole lot. When you carry yourself like a woman, as a woman supposed to carry themselves, and you have that integrity, that dignity, that
And
class.
that confidence. That's
And
it.
absolutely. So, you know, a lot of times, uh, uh, you, it doesn't even matter. You're standing on business, and that's just that. So it's not basically to offend a man in their prospective places, but it's the fact that women are coming to the forefront, and we are in the forefront now. We're
That's
there.
right. That's
We're
right.
there. We have we have taken a stand, and we're just standing on that business.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I totally agree with both of you ladies, because I've learned, and you said it, I think, Sonya, about, just standing and being the woman that you're supposed to be, especially in such a male dominated industry where,
Mm-hmm.
that's how they will respect you. And then when they know that you're standing on business, and that's with anybody, male or female,
Right.
you demand that respect without even saying it because of how you carry yourself. And I think that was,
Absolutely.
it's not that I didn't know it before, but you got to really have tough skin to stand behind, backstage, behind
Absolutely.
the scenes, handling business, and let them know this is what I do, this is what I stand on, and this is who I am. And you said it, that standard,
Mm-hmm.
raising up that
Mm-hmm.
standard to be respected and to demand that respect in a respectable manner without even saying
That's it.
anything.
That's
Ab-
it.
So
That's it.
a lot of people think that they can do this. They think that
This,
they can handle it. And E, you said it, we know how to multitask and move, and
Right.
yeah, and just be all over doing, and we get it done.
Get it
right.
done. That's right. With confidence. With confidence. Because there's still some men in the industry. You have one or two. Well, she. Yes, I'm she, and this is what we're gonna do. This is how the program is gonna run, and I'm gonna need you on the stage at a certain time, and we can go on about the service. Because
Right,
you're not gonna belittle she just because I'm a she. You
right,
understand what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for a lot of us women, you wouldn't even be heard of, honestly.
Right. I think, a wise woman, what we do, we really try to make sense of it all, right?
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
it work better for our artists and, what's in best interest of them, and
Absolutely.
making sure that we're that extra eye, right? So that they won't get hoodwinked is
That
very
part.
important. It
That
happens
part.
all the time. It happens all you being that extra eye, that extra ear, just watching what is being said, what is being done, and how it's done. Right? Because sometimes they can go from 0 to 100 in seconds. So somebody have to have that level head, right? Somebody has to have that level head. Listen, we're gonna pause right here because we got people chiming in, y'all, and I don't want to overlook them.
Right.
Rhonda McFadden, y'all heard her song "Try Jesus" at the intro. We
I,
love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Lady Drina. Lady Drina,
Hey,
I love.
Trina.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lady Dream say, hey, my sissy,
hey, sissy.
Sonya. She said, hey, E. Y'all,
Good
I call it
evening, dear.
E. That's Renee Washington. How are you?
Hey,
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Renee has been working in the industry for a long time, as well as
Yes, yes.
Lady Drina. Listen, I work with Lady Drina a lot. That's my sister, and I love her dearly. But Renee has been in for if I can say it, I don't mean I know you're a preacher, that's right, but a hell of a long time.
Listen, actually, Renee was supposed to be on tonight. I invited her. Let me say this about Renee. Y'all may not know Renee. Renee is a radio announcer. She's in radio.
Mhm.
And been in there like Sonya said for many years. And
Yes.
I actually met Renee on Clubhouse. I used to be on Clubhouse way back when, right? But I believe that God put us together. I
Mhm.
believe that He told me to help her. Like you got it, but come on, let's help each other out, and that's the power of collaboration.
That's
And
it.
you said it so much. You said we're better together.
That's my
You know,
motto. Yes,
so
ma'am.
she has vision. She has, she has what it takes, but she just need that push. She need that
That's
help.
it.
And God just brought Renee and I together, and because of her,
Wonderful.
I met a lot of other people, and that's
Wonderful.
something that people really don't know. So I am so sincerely grateful for Renee, and that was one of the reasons that I really wanted to bring her on tonight with us to listen, Renee. You may not feel like you're not seen or heard or valued, but you are, and I thank you so much for
We
what you
thank
have
you.
for me.
We thank you. We thank you. We thank you
Yes,
from the artist point of view as well. Because anybody who's still in radio this day and time, we appreciate the spins, we appreciate the commercials, we appreciate the shout outs because that's what keep our artists working.
interviews,
Absolutely.
all of
Absolutely. We
that.
appreciate you, Miss Renee.
And we have Tracy Merritt. That's my boss man, y'all. Tracy
Hey,
Merritt.
Hey Tracy, brother.
hey,
Yes,
there, my boss.
PMG is in the house.
Now
Yes,
that's one. Now that's one man. I'ma say, he close to all three of us because I know that personally. Tracy treats us like queens when we go to their shows. Now Sonya works for him and Des is on their team. I'm just a guest, but we don't have nothing to worry about when we go to Baltimore because we're gonna eat good.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna
eat
enjoy the
good.
concert and we're gonna
Yes.
eat good some more. And Tracy always say, E, you good? Your girls ain't anything. You know, y'all staying in the safe spot. So I appreciate that as for him to be a promoter and a group manager, that he always looks out for people on the team. And I appreciate that, Tracy, from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, same here. Working with them, I think the last 4 years has just been amazing. We have our times, we have our powwows or whatever, but we respect each other in our
I don't even
roles.
argue with Tracy no more because he always wins. So I just be like, okay.
Listen, I ain't gonna say the same on my part because this we going through. Well, we got it. We get it together, and
They
that's us.
never
That's family. That's family.
Yeah,
we
that's it. That's it.
Trace ain't never argue. Y'all can go ahead and argue with Tracy. Tracy,
You never argue with Tracy Sonya.
no, never had an argument.
Well, listen, I wouldn't call it arguments. I would call it discussions.
Mm-hmm.
Eat it.
We have our heated fellowship and discussions or
Yeah,
whatnot. But like I
but
said,
he a good guy.
we have our
He's
they're very great guys.
he's a good guy.
Very
Yeah,
respectful, and I just appreciate them. I
yes,
really do.
Industry, and I am so extremely very proud of Tracy and
yeah,
BMG.
right.
Definitely extremely very proud of them. Very proud of y'all because Desiree, you hold a position in the music group as well. So I'm
Yes,
definitely
yes.
very
Thank you.
proud of y'all. Y'all making noise out here. Show some
Absolutely, absolutely.
your number.
These guys are really sincere about and
I see the
passionate. I would say
About
that.
ministry.
Yes, they're very passionate about what they're doing and also keeping their father legacy alive. And that was one of the reasons that I really wanted to also help them and push them as well, because they got something great. They have a
Yeah,
great mindset, great vision, and they're just another one. God just brought us together.
ones that I say all the time, sometimes, and it's my motto right here. I move in silence.
Yes.
And my
Yeah,
brother, listen, he are moving silence. When he come out banging. Period.
yes,
yeah, yes,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yes.
And that's
Good
just the
David
way.
is the wrong.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let's see who else we have on here. Drina said Quartet standard is everything equals power. Yes, ladies, good answer. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Tracy is saying it's in my blood. Justin Lester.
Hey,
Okay.
Justin.
Ohio in the house. How you doing?
Yeah.
Evangelist Robert and the Daughters of Zion. Hello, beautiful
Hi.
dad. Hey, hon. Hello. My husband is on and he is laughing. Why? I'm not sure.
Come on, hubby.
But he's always on the back
Uh,
and
I see
flow.
Lala Lachelle Crump is on. She's
Wait,
another
where's Lala?
one.
A lot of people on here, y'all.
Yeah, I just saw her and I saw Vancella Belcher.
But see,
Okay.
Lala is good for marketing. She's definitely good at marketing. I don't sit still long enough. Sure.
Lala should have been on this platform tonight. Definitely. So listen, I can't get to everybody right now, but look, we're gonna dive into this conversation and then we'll go back to the chat, all right, to see what you
All
all are saying.
right.
So, ladies, now I wanted to go into how important networking and building healthy relationships. And so, Sonya, I'm going to throw that back in your hands because you kind of opened it up a
Yes.
little bit. So
Yes.
let's
Yes.
the importance of building these healthy relationships, being able to collaborate and respect each other in the lane that they're in.
Come on here.
I feel that in building relationships and network is extremely very important. Not just getting to know, because you have to. It goes hand in hand. Networking with different artists, networking with different promoters, networking with I would say um the big wigs. You got to network, get to know them, get to know their vision.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
know their standards, what they stand for, and what they're trying to do. Because sometimes a person can have a vision, but they don't know how to put it together.
Come
Right.
on.
When you actually, and of course, working in production, you have to know how to collaborate and collaborate in a lot of different areas. So I've learned that over the years of being in this industry and working in this industry, not just in the quartet genre, but in the choir, in the Southern Soul, in the R&B. I've learned that networking with different people, because it opened up a lot of different
A
doors.
lot of doors. That's it.
A lot of
That's it.
different doors. Opens up a lot of different door. It opens up a lot of different doors, and people get to
Mhm.
know your name will be called in rooms that you wouldn't even imagine. Where people say, "I
Right.
know you," and I'd be like, "Really? Not me, because I ain't nobody. I like for
Mm.
real. I don't even like nobody to call my name. Let me work behind the scenes. Let me be the
Right.
best." but being able to network and collaborate with people, getting to know them, getting to know their vision, getting to know their you know, every part of what you're looking for. That's extremely
Yes.
important. And I enjoy, you say stay in my lane. I enjoy staying in my lane. If somebody asks me to work the full production, I'm going to work the full production. But I enjoy collaborating and working with as a team.
Yes. Yes.
Is everything to me. Teamwork, everything, because it brings it, having a team that know exactly what they're doing, to bring that vision to light makes a difference. It makes a difference. Not just somebody that just want to be seen, but it makes a difference. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to catch myself. I forgot I have to get in the Desiree preacher. My husband is a minister. So I be forgetting. I have to catch myself sometimes. Listen. But yeah, so that's extremely important. You can't just go somewhere and say, have your stuff in ready. Have cards. I have my business card on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Period. And people ask me for my business card. Here it is. It's right on my phone. I can give it to you. So in that, yeah. So, but that's all I got in reference to. Stay in your
Okay.
lane and perfect your lane.
Yeah,
Perfect
E.
that area. Stay in your lane and perfect that area, and come together and
That's it.
work together as a team. That's
Perfect.
important. That makes, I promise you, it makes everything go smoothly. Because at the end of the
Yes.
day, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be there. I can't do every. But as a team, we can all
That's
come
right.
together and make it happen.
Yes. Listen, E, let me jump in here real quick.
Okay.
Because Sonya said some good things. I just before I forget, because I
Absolutely.
will forget. And one thing I want to tell, especially women and men too. I want you to be secure in who you are, right?
Right.
When
Absolutely.
you're
Confident. Uh-huh.
looking for these networks, everybody is saying, I want to network, I want to connect, I want to, I want to collaborate. But personally, within yourself, are you ready for that? Because
That's right.
as you
That's
begin
right.
to network, you're going to find people that know a lot more than you,
Right.
Uh-huh.
that may move a little better than you, that may even look a little better than you. So you have to make sure that honestly, be real with yourself and how
That's
ready
it.
to network and to connect or to collaborate,
Mm.
whatever that
Right.
may look like, right?
Right.
Because the
Yeah.
thing is, once you are not secure in who you are and even loving yourself, you can really kill good relationships or
Right.
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
opportunities that will take you into other
That's it.
places. And as
That's
Sonia
it.
said,
That's it.
God will allow your name to be spoken in rooms
Names
you
be
have
spoken in
not
rooms that you're not even in.
guessed.
I
So
seen them do it. I
I'm
seen them
telling
do
you,
it.
people tell me, all like, oh, you know what? Somebody told me to look for you. I'm like, look for me. And then when they called the person name, I didn't even know who the person was. They showed me the person picture. I'm sorry. I don't know. But whatever it is, they spoke great words about me in a
That's
certain
it.
room. So these
That's it.
things really happen. So in order for you to really be ready, make sure you're prepared. Make
Right.
sure you're
Make sure
prepared
you're prepared
mentally,
mentally.
spiritually, emotionally, the whole 9 yards. Because, like we said at
Yes.
the beginning, you can't have weak skin. You have to have
Right.
thick skin because
You
things are not
cannot have your emotions on your sleeve in Quartet. You cannot.
because it's not going to always go
You
your
cannot.
way. And you're going to learn if you
Mm-mm.
go in with an open mind. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to
Right.
learn a lot in these rooms. Oh, go
And
ahead.
can I
Yes.
add
And I
something?
say this all the time. There's, I travel a lot, where I used to anyway, but there's times when the host will say, yell out your city and state, and I'm the loudest one in the room, Virginia, loud and the only one. But I'm confident because while I'm in Mississippi or while I'm in Jersey, wherever I may be, I want to represent where I'm from, and I'm networking so I could get my hometown artists there or just have our names out there. Because one thing I have learned, everything is not for everybody. So you have to
Absolutely.
be prayerful and cautious about these engagements and where you go and how you sow and things of that nature. But when there's a door that's open for you and it's just for
You.
you don't have to walk through it alone. I can because I'm confident. Sonya, tell you, I travel all the time. She and I travel all the time and link up when we get there by ourselves. But then there's sometimes when you want to bring your team along, or you need the extra hand, or you need another eye to make sure this is going on properly while you handling that. But at the end of the day, networking and marketing is so essential and it's so important. You cannot have no thin skin, period. You have to stand on business. You have to be confident and be conscious of your surroundings. Because sometimes, because we are females, they try to get over on us.
Yes.
And I say in a minute, what did the contract say? Because that
Yes.
black and white doesn't stand. And
You're
after
right.
I send you a contract and you send it back to me signed, that's I don't want to hear nothing else until we get there and make sure my ducks are straight. Or then we're gonna have a problem. That's all. I understand, the gas is high and this, that, whatever, but you're putting on this program, but I also have a signed contract on behalf of my artists. So let's get this situated and then we could talk about how much the gas is. God bless you.
Listen, y'all, I'm not the bulldog.
I know, right? Ain't she right? I want to also add something to Desiree, what you stated,
Mhm.
regards to that. And one thing that I do tell, I tell my team all the time, where it doesn't matter where I am, you walk in the room, own it, period.
Own it.
Oh, you
That's it.
you own it, and that's just that. You walk in any room, you own it.
It.
Yeah, period. And
Yes.
that's it. That so yeah, and yeah, women, and as women, like if we gotta stand together. I mean, men as well, but
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, there's not one woman that I am intimidated of. Not a one.
No. No.
Absolutely.
No.
Not a one that
Absolutely.
I'm intimidated of. I celebrate all women that's working and that's actually like thriving in their role. They're
Hmm.
the
Right.
role they're in their lane. It doesn't matter what lane it is. If you perfect that lane, you're gonna be successful in it, and that's just that.
That's right.
But whatever lane that you're in, own it. Period.
Listen, Sonya, I agree with you. Y'all, I wrote a book. I wrote a book, You Are the Stage. And basically, it's not just for artists, but it's for entrepreneurs, those people that are ready to pursue whatever that is they feel that God has given them to do.
Mhm.
And and one of my mottos in that book is learn it, earn it, own it.
Right.
Right?
That's it.
When you learn
That's
it,
it.
you took your time to study this craft, right? And then earning it, I earned whatever it came, my accolades, my awards, degrees, whatever it is that came after me learning it. But when you own it, know that you deserve to be there. Don't let nobody tell you you don't deserve to be in this particular place.
That's
Know
it.
that you're confident in it. Own it. Whatever. Don't walk with your head down. Walk with your head up. Like,
Right.
I know I belong here. It may be a different place. It may be a different atmosphere. It may be unfamiliar, but you better know that God placed you here for a reason. So
Right.
you own it and you walk in it with confidence.
Right.
It is so real. It is
Absolutely.
so real. So listen, y'all, let's move. We got
Absolutely.
to have this conversation. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what are some unseen responsibilities people don't realize come with your role? So we mentioned a few of them, but there's a lot of responsibilities that we take care of behind the scenes for our artists.
Hmm.
So, what are those unseen things that people really don't realize come with the territory?
Business and communication.
Yes,
I, I definitely have to go with the business and the communication part, along
Yes.
with uh, a lot of people don't carry the word. um, to be integral, to be that integrity. Um, they just don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
that communication piece, that um business piece, that integrity,
Yes.
that um oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Like it's so much that goes into place, the planning and all of that that goes into place. I was here earlier working on a production for this weekend. There's a lot that go in place because a promoter is there to make the money. They hire me to come in to make sure that the production goes correctly. That's communicating
Amen. That's it.
from the sound.
Mm-hmm.
If it's communicating from the sound engineer to the artist to the janitor, sometime I promise you, these are the behind the scenes things that, and that's right.
And
You
the
are
host.
really long
All
that
Yeah.
operations, basically.
Yes.
from sometimes it takes me being like the comedian, the host,
Yeah.
the front door. I didn't the the administrator.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things that goes because if somebody dropped the ball and I am running and I'm production manager, I'm gonna pick that ball up and I'm gonna run with it because at the end of the day, I am here to make sure that this production runs amazing from the front end to the back, and that's
Yes.
just what I stand on.
Yeah. I agree. It's
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Absolutely.
and like I think we said this earlier, so many people desire to do production and host programs, and even be a promoter, want to promote, but they don't really understand the
The plan.
time, the investment,
Mm-hmm.
effort, um,
Yes.
covering all grounds.
Yep.
And Sonya, that's where you come in laying that blueprint of what this thing should look like and how to make it flow easy, right?
Right.
So
Right.
remember, you got to be careful what you're asking for, and you got to make sure that this is a God thing and not a you thing or a show
Come
thing,
on.
because it will break you. It will
Right.
break
Come
break
on.
you in your pockets. It'll break you in your spirit. It will break you
Yes.
emotionally. So you have to be ready. You have to know that this is something that you are called to do. Because
Yes.
when you're bringing in somebody like Sonya, you're bringing in somebody like E, they're going to say, "Hey, this is what we need to be where
Right.
we're at," or even bringing in
Right.
myself. But I'm
That's
glad.
it.
Listen,
Listen.
they call me the bulldog. I'm glad I'm not.
That's right. Listen, you already know we have no problem. Girl, I love working with you. You we
Listen.
been period.
Same here.
Right.
Same.
Yeah.
Right.
And and my first time experiencing the whole thing, I'm like, I'm watching movement because I come from management background, come from leadership
That's
background.
it.
So my focus zone in like operation
Right.
flow. How's this moving? Who's doing what? And when I saw Sonya, I'm like, yes, girl, ooh,
Yeah.
she doing this thing. You understand? E, you the same way because we had to work together a few years back,
Absolutely. Yes.
and we connected
Yes.
ever since. And there are so many
Every
others.
sense. Every sense.
We have to know that we are ready for what comes with this territory because there is
And
a lot of responsibility.
Yes, it
and I
is.
catch it from both ends because I do management and I'm a promoter too. So there's times when I'm promoting my own show and have my own groups on a concert and I'm like, Lord, have mercy. My last concert last Easter, well, not last Easter, Easter 24, I said, all right, sis, come on down. I had to hire Sonya because I normally could do it by myself. Mm-mm. It takes a team. It
Yes,
takes a team. And then on the management part, there are sometimes when I'm talking to the promoter or who the church, whomever in charge, and the group will never know what goes on behind scenes. You'll never
yes,
know if the promoter was short. You'll never know if they call us at the last minute because so and so decided they didn't want to come a week before your concert. So there's a lot That's why I always say I'm big on communication. There is a lot that goes on before the actual day of the engagement or the concert or the play or the show, whatever it may be. There's a lot that goes on from that first initial phone call that's made to book the group so and so and the contracts, the marketing photo. And that's another thing I just want to touch on real quick. These groups and these AL photos are horrible.
Wait, AI.
Please take some professional AI. I'm sorry. I'm trying to teach something here and I'm wrong. Please take some professional. I used to tell my groups all the time, invest in yourself. Go to the studio and take professional headshots and professional photos for your marketing. I
Wait,
don't want to see the church van in the back of your group photo on my flyer. We're not doing that.
wait, hold on, because that's my next thing. Plug that real quick. Pin that, like my mama say. Pin that right there.
Go to AI,
It's okay.
ALs. What is it,
It's
y'all?
okay,
It's
Desiree.
AI.
She ahead of
AI.
herself.
Go on.
She just be,
Throw them owls out.
Throw them out. Go to
Hold
the
on.
studio. Take $300 out the kitty and take professional group photos.
Wait, let me say this before I forget because you
Okay.
said, and then we gonna go into
Okay.
branding and marketing because that was actually my next question that I wanted to go into after we deal with networking, right? So
Okay. Okay.
you said something about a lot of times the group's not knowing, management is things that management handles, right?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
and it
Absolutely.
reminded me of the word confidentiality. That's
Yes.
that's one big one. All right, for me, I feel
Mm-hmm.
that if you're in an organization, you're in a group, you are artists. That's between you and your management team. There should be no talking outside of your organization, outside of your group, outside of your management team. Nobody else should know your business.
right.
Confidentiality is big. And
Mm-hmm.
let me just put stop right here too on confidentiality. I feel that, and then a lot of artists, a lot of our groups, a lot of our artists, they need that.
Mm-hmm.
They need
Mm-hmm.
that. I found that in the industry as a whole, whether it's gospel, secular, I even have uh, sport athletes and all. Everybody look for that one person that they can trust or
Right.
a team of people that
Right.
they
That's
can
right.
trust. Okay. And when we talk about other responsibilities, that's one big part of the responsibility. Even if you're in ministry, that's
Mm-hmm.
one big part of the responsibility is can you hold
And
information?
That's it.
Because you
That's
can be
it.
the one to tear down your whole organization. Whoever you're sharing information with, you may think that they all for you and on your side, but they're connected to you just to hear what you got to say or what you're going to say, or they're going to tell you enough so you can start talking. Do not talk outside of your organization
That's
about
it. That's it.
people, about whoever, whatever your it is that you want to say. Make sure you have somebody that you can trust inside
right.
the
Right.
organization and just vent because we all need that space to vent. We all need that time to kind of woosah, and to let go because it could be a lot. It could be a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot.
Right. And that
And I
goes
tell people, if we have a good time, it's fun, it's exciting. You get to meet new people. You're in the presence of all of these artists. That's the glam side. But there's
Right.
also a side that can be very overwhelming.
Yes,
right.
sir.
That goes a long ways when people know that they can trust you.
Yes.
Know that they can trust you. Like any one of my promoters know it doesn't matter who I've worked with. Period. Listen, they know that they can trust me. And I can't speak for anyone else, but I can only speak for myself because I that's a big standard of mine. That's a real big pet peeve of mine when I say being able to trust and confine confine things
Yes.
in their team is extremely very important, that they know that they ain't got to hear it in the street the next week.
That's it. That's it.
And then if you
That's
have a
important.
team that you can't trust, you need to
You don't have a
rearrange
team. There's no team.
the team, because everybody on this team needs to have everybody back 110%. And if you
Absolutely.
have somebody that is on your team that is talking outside or against the team, then you need to do some rearranging.
Right. Absolutely.
Because we need to come together, work together, cover each other, love on each other, but yet, we hold each other accountable.
Mhm.
That
Absolutely.
doesn't need to be broadcast.
Right. Right.
So okay, Keith, I'm gonna let you back in now because you
Okay.
had to say about this branding, and I'm in total agreement with you because I do work the radio side as well. So let's talk about branding, presentation.
Presentation is everything. And I didn't mean to go over on the deep end on that, but presentation is everything. Your appearance when you arrive at the gigs, your appearance for the album cover, your flyers, your business card, even who you have representing the group. The group may not have a manager or a group liaison or artist liaison. They might have my auntie Bam Bam, because she at home all day. She can't answer the phone for us. No, 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 no. Professionalism. And
No
you may
matter
not know everything. I don't know everything. There's times when I can be on the phone with an artist myself and I'll text Sonya real quick.
yes.
I could be in a whole nother city. When we was at GCA this weekend, I didn't know a lot of people there, but I knew a few people there. But my networking opened up doors for me to ask Danny Lewis certain questions because he does something on another side that I'm interested into. So it's not that you know everything and you have to be a bulldog about it. We all grow together. But like I was just saying, presentation is everything.
And that's facts.
Command your respect. Just because you're a Southern Soul singer or a quartet singer, you don't have to quote unquote, just there's a certain air about certain people. Make your presentation known. Make your presence known, but make your presentation acceptable. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So you want to add
Get
anything?
to the show on time. Don't come when it's time for your group to come up. No.
That
No.
one
Go
thing
ahead,
that
Sonya.
I would say, one thing that I learned over the years in the standards of that I was taught by one of the great leaders that I set up under for many years, and he led Kevin Sean Lemons and Higher Calling. And one thing that he always was a stickler of is making sure that um, not just because you're step outside, you're marketing yourself. And that's extremely very important. Of course, you are an artist, even though we're representing the ministry as a whole, but you are the artist. And you have to set
Mm-mm.
that standard. If you don't market yourself and set the standard for yourself, then you're not going to have any type of respect.
Yes.
People respect people who respect themselves.
Yes.
So I just feel that marketing piece, that's you. You are,
Mm-hmm.
market who you are
Yes.
from the time you walk into the building to the time that you walk out.
Absolutely.
Yes. And even on the outside of the building, and another shameless plug, my book, You Are the Stage. It's you. It's not till you get to the stage. You are
You
you
are the
you
same.
you are it. It's in you. God placed it in you. You are it. So
Right.
from the moment you arrive, you have to make sure that you're walking with the standard,
Yeah. And I
that
have
you're
to add,
holding.
well, a lot of people, back in the day, they used to talk about how, and, my pops, Doc McKenzie, he arrived at the show. He comes to the building hours before. They have
Absolutely.
standard because
Yes.
not only that, and that's what I love about I love about, and that's one thing I'm a stickler of as well. Stickler of making sure you don't just wait until it's time for you to hit that stage. I need for you much. It's very extremely very important that
Right.
that you be there, that
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
you be there, you show up.
Yes. And the people that are waiting to see you want to see you there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, these are your people that's supporting you, that's buying your music. You got to understand that they want to
Right.
see you. You need to show up on time, not just running in because they may want to shake your hand. They may want to say thank you. It may be little
Very
Right.
things
important to be
they want to say. They want to buy your product, your
Be
merchandise.
be personable. That's
Yes.
important. You gotta be personal. I don't care what
Mhm.
type of bad day I'm having. And I'm gonna say this on your live, Desiree, because
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people,
Yeah, go ahead.
I it, I would say bully, but a lot of people because they didn't know exactly. A lot of people that knew me, that know me, and a lot of people that didn't know me, especially this new age group.
Hmm.
Me, her facial expression is always she always no, I'm focused. A lot of times I think
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I am the most lovable person you ever want to meet. And so and that's just it. But a lot of times it's the focus point. I'm extremely very focused because I have a job to do. So I'm extremely very time sensitive. So I'm time conscious all the time. I'm always focused on what's going on.
Right.
I'm always focused on what's going on. So if I'm really not paying attention, it's the fact that I'm just focused.
Yes.
I'm just focused on the job that I'm there to do.
And see, and that's just understanding the responsibility of what you have to do. And that's something that everybody don't understand. So and that's why these platforms are so important, because now it's like, oh, okay, it's not that she has an attitude or she's mean. It's just she has a job to do and she's just trying to stay focused. Before we move to time management, because that's the last thing, and I know I didn't want to tarry with you all so long, but I do want to get in about time management, because I think whether we're in Florida, Virginia, Georgia, Arkansas, if you're dealing in shows and productions, time management is something big. So I do want to mention that before we get off this live. But I just had a brain freeze. What we was talking about before that?
We were
We
talking
did
about marketing.
marketing and branding yourself. This is what I wanted to say. Don't wait until you get to or where you feel that you have arrived, because I think we don't arrive. We always are consistently learning and growing,
Absolutely.
right? So I think whatever level you are, prepare for greatness.
Absolutely.
And he said it. Don't be doing your selfies. Now, some AIs are okay. Some AIs I've seen, but you got to make sure that these pictures look like you, right? And then you have people that just take awful pictures or don't have pictures at all, and then they want their flyers to be perfect. They want their promos to be right,
Invest in yourself.
but you don't have
Invest in
nothing.
your group.
Yes. So you have to invest in these things, because promotion and marketing is a chunk of it. A
Because
chunk of
that's
it.
the first thing people are going to see, either you on a flyer or your album cover sometimes before they even know who you are. So your presentation is everything.
Yes. And so, even it's one announcer, shout out to Joe Riley of the Quartet Corner. That's his big thing: the packaging, the presentation. Did you take the time to put effort in your project? Because if you didn't take the time or put the effort in, don't expect anybody else to do that. You
Yeah.
have to be willing to invest. You have to be
That's it.
willing to be cautious. I want everybody to be cautious of what am I presenting? Does this look professional? How does
Right.
these pictures look? Um, does the pictures look professional? Does the picture look like me? Don't
Right.
use pictures from back in the day, and now this is 10 years later, and then I'm looking at a CD cover, then I'm looking at what's on the stage and looking at like this don't match. Make sure you keep up to date
That's
photos.
right.
This is part of your marketing. So this is just the
I heard you
basics.
say something about people think they've already arrived. And with that being said, these groups and some of these artists, they won't attend the ecclesia, they won't attend some of the conferences, they don't want to attend some seminars to get the education, to get the business side, to learn proper marketing. GMWA has a wonderful platform. Gospel Network of America has a good conference every year. All you have to do is register and attend.
Yes,
You're
yes,
not going to be called to sing all the time. You're not going to be
and
called to minister all the time. Sit down and get some learning and some training on the business so your business or your group won't be a flop in 3 years.
It's called investing
absolutely
in yourself. Investing,
yes. And
investing.
you're right, Sonya. It's all a part of investing. And I'm pretty sure no matter what state you're
Invest.
in, you have these different conferences, you have these educational platforms that are actually teaching artists. And this is one of the conversations that we always have here in Florida about artists not attending conferences, not attending these special insiders, just training them and telling them what is needed. So I work on the radio side as well. And a lot of times we're
Mhm.
preparing for interviews, we're getting people music in, and I'm talking to them. They don't know what an electronic press kit is. If I say, send me your EPK, do you
Wow.
have this? Do you have your one sheet?
Wow.
They're like, and I can't say it's those that's just coming into the business. It's pretty much
What's
across the
that?
board.
You have the
You
seasoned
have people that's
ones.
been singing for
It
years,
is.
Yes, you have the seasoned
years, and
well.
not have what they need to even sit at the table with executive producers or executive
Right.
CEOs and all of these different ones. They don't have it, and they don't even know how to hold a conversation about it because they don't take the time to get educated in what they're doing. They're just so focused in singing. I have arrived. I sound good. I
Mhm,
got these.
mhm.
I got these dates, and that's all that it is. But maybe you
So
may have the
And we
opportunity.
fit in the dump the house.
Yes, and you may have the opportunity to go in these rooms to discuss a big opportunity for you, and you have no clue of what these executives are talking about.
right,
And that's why I said in the book, learn it, learn
right.
it,
Exactly.
take time to learn it. I didn't know everything, but you know what? I do my research. I do
Right.
them numbers. You can ask David and
That's
Tracy.
right.
I'd be like, I disagree because the number said da 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 da. Or I'm into all of that because I want to know. Because in order for me to help you effectively, then I need to know. And if
Right.
I don't know, I don't want
That's
to give
it.
you wrong information. So it's the same thing with the artist. Learn what the simple EPKs are. Learn what that
Mhm.
means. Learn.
Right.
Can you give me a one sheet at least? Learn. Do you have your bio? Well, send me some professional photos.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's a part of, and I'm gonna put a pin. I'm a pin.
Come on, plug, baby,
Yes,
plug.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a pin right. We have something along with Band Geek Music Group in our marketing team is Legacy, that teaches artists basically everything you need to know about anything to get started in this industry. And I gotta put a plug in with Evo Girl as well. Evo
Yes.
Entertainment, Lisa Knows Record Company. We work together, and they also have their team does that piece, that mentorship, that we call it legacy, and it's
Mm-hmm.
big to help our artists to be able to understand the industry, know everything that you need to be successful, not just in the now, but longevity. I
Right.
mean,
That's right.
in order to build, to leave something for your families, not just you making $250 a weekend and you satisfied with that. I ain't talking about that. That ain't no money. Period.
Absolutely.
That ain't nothing. That ain't gonna leave nothing for my kid, because at the end of the day, I'm expensive. My kids is too, and I see a period. And that's just that. That ain't nothing. You gotta learn business as a whole. You gotta
That's it.
learn the business aspect of it. It's far more than just the stage. Learning the business
Absolutely.
is important.
Yes, yes. Now listen, y'all, it's getting real late. And I promise I didn't want to hold y'all, and it's already gone on way over an hour. But I want to deal really quick. Like I said, no matter where you're from in this industry, we have a problem with time management, right? Even with our artists on stage, because everybody feel that God has given them something more to say. So we want to literally deal with time management,
Yes.
um, and even the communication between stage management and MC, artists and MCs, the whole
Yes.
9 yards. Really quick, let's get a rundown on what time management is and what it should look like, and how can we get there to be better.
Sonya.
I knew you were me. So, time management. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. We have not mastered it yet, but we're getting there. Time management is extremely, now back in the day, we had no time conscious of nothing. Nothing.
Yes,
Listen, you would come to the show at 2 o'clock, you wouldn't leave at midnight. Oh my God. That is played out. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel, and that goes along with that communication piece with the artist,
yes,
your host, anyone that has a special presentation. And yeah, that's important. That's extremely very important,
Mm-hmm.
because a host get tired.
Yeah.
Artists, if you got 10 minutes, and I communicate with all of my artists, and I'm just gonna say, I don't know what nobody else do. But as for me in my house for Grace Entertainment, I'm going to make sure that everybody that's playing a part in that production, there's communication that's being
Absolutely.
right.
with you. That's basically,
Mhm.
you're gonna know how much time you got. You're going to know to make sure that you do whatever you got to do. If you got a rehearsal within that week, make sure your set list is set that for that 10 minutes, that
Mm-hmm.
12 minutes, that 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Or if you got 25 minutes, sometimes you don't even need 25 minutes. There's a lot that you can do in 10, period.
Come on. Come on.
There's a lot that you can do in 10. So it's just making sure that but a lot of time, as I would say, and sometimes the host, I have to bring my host back in, but we have a connection. Every host that I've worked with, we have a connection. I connect with people. So we have a special connection. And when I connect with them, I let them know, listen, let's bring it. It's time to keep this show rolling. Because at the end of the day, if your audience get tired, they ain't gonna come back.
That's
Right,
right.
right.
That's right.
And
And
they're
those are the
gonna
ticket
leave.
sales. Those are the ticket buyers. Those are the people those are the people that's buying them tickets that's gonna be to pay you. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because if they're not purchasing the tickets, then how are you gonna have a successful event?
Come
yes,
on.
How are you gonna pay these artists? How are you gonna have there's no way.
Right.
yes,
So that's extremely very important. I just feel
Very
that
important.
when and that goes up with the organization as well, and that communication, and it it's just always come in place.
That's it.
And I
That's
want to
it.
say this, and when that is communicated, let everybody in the fold be respectable for what was respect what was communicated, right?
Yeah.
And it just takes discipline. That's the word, discipline.
Right. Discipline. And that's one thing that I always, and I make sure that I express that it's very important to have that respect for the next artist.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Because and you're not the only one that's on this card. So if you got 10, stay within that 10 minutes, a lot of time that's stay within that 10-minute time frame that's allotted to you. Because you have to have respect for the next person that's coming up behind you. Now you decide to sing your new single that you got coming out, and the people want to hear the song you've been singing for years, and then you wait till you got 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock to try to drive a house. That ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? When that time up, you still got to go, bro.
Yes. And that's why I say it takes much discipline and planning prior to. Because once that time frame is communicated, okay, just see what you got on your catalog, whatever you're gonna do, whatever you think you want to do. If you set in the service and the vibe change, listen, just make sure you have it within that time frame. And
that goes back to with the groups being on time. Just don't get there when it's time for your group to sing. Come there and enjoy the concert so you can see how the flow is. The Holy Spirit or your common sense may tell you change your lineup because things have went in a different way. So I'm just not gonna come my stage time at 6:30. All right, fellas, let's get there at 6:15. No, be there on time so you can get a feel of what's going on. Communicate with the stage person, the host, or whomever, so everything can be on one accord. There's one promoter in the DMV area that he does a checkup at the front desk. If those groups are not there when his concert start, he deducts you.
Wow.
He deducts you. He said, my concert starts at 3:00. You agreed to be on the program. I'm paying you, so I expect you to be here.
Yes. And also on that too, where make sure your whole group is there. Everybody is prepared and ready to sing.
We're a unit. That's right. We're a unit. Dressed out, hair shaved, or whatever.
If they tell you getting ready to go on, make sure y'all dressed, and you're saying no, pass me. No, you may, like in my book, you may not even get a chance to sing because we're not going back. Especially if you have out-of-state groups that are here, right? And they have traveled. You just throw the whole timing off. So we're not going back because you had your spot, you had your time. You have to be prepared. And then, it goes on to, you don't like me. This person is a favorite. And listen, this is business.
Baby, we're professionals.
We got the answer to. So we have a job. It's operations.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Operational flow.
Proper operations. I know for myself and Sonya, we sent out the lineup the week ahead of time. So you can't tell me you didn't know what time you was coming up. That's unacceptable. So if you miss your time, then God bless you.
Yes. We're not gonna go back. We're not gonna do that because just like you said, Sonya, the people are there. They bought their ticket. Their time is also important. You understand? We're not gonna hold up and go an extra 5 or 10 minutes because you wasn't in place. So and like I said, I think this is across the board, and we're definitely not targeting anybody.
No.
Individually, we're not doing that. But
we're just trying to help the people.
Yes, discipline. Discipline is very important as an artist. And when it comes down to time management, don't say Sonya being rude or she being mean. E is being rude or any of the hosts, MCs, whatever you want to call them. Okay, because there's always somebody that we have to answer to.
Absolutely. That's it.
Listen, ladies. Any last words? Let's end this. We got to do a part 2. We have a whole lot of people in the chat. Let's go before we end. Let me go back to the chat. Come on, Miss Gwendolyn
Miss
Sims.
Gwen, hey, Miss Gwen.
Miss Gwen is on, and she's saying managers make sure if your group is there on time and in full, make sure they are paid before they sing. That's very important. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's. I know we got to go, but this is important too. Sonya E already kind of touched it at the beginning.
As a manager, I can talk from the manager point of view now. My business has to be straight, and it's not that we're singing for the money. It's the principle. It's the principle. And I'll give God my all. Sonya tell you, I'm gonna shout in a minute, but baby, let that black and white be straight before we hit that stage, or we might have to revert and do something different. I
Yes.
didn't come all this way to play patty cake.
Yes. Absolutely. And we
We
got to
didn't come all this way to make a big name for ourselves.
right.
We came because you invited us, you hired us, there's a signed contract and a deposit set. Let's finish up the business so we can minister and we all can go home together.
Yeah, because if you don't meet the obligation, a lot of times these groups they still have other obligations. They have to
That's
pay
it.
the musicians. A lot of them have hired music. It's a lot that is in
Payroll, got
you
to get back home.
yes.
Absolutely.
No
Absolutely.
sense traveling this road.
Absolutely.
It doesn't make sense. Traveling this road and I got to put out more than I can. No.
And Joe Lagun said, get rid of your heavy load. So go ahead and pay me when I get there so we can enjoy Jesus.
Listen, y'all. Oh my
That's
God.
all.
This is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah.
And like I said, I would definitely want to do a part two. Hello to Annie Davis, Annie Dobbs Davis. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Mississippi. Tim Woodson, yes.
Yes, his anniversary is coming up.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Richmond,
Miss
Virginia,
Joe
April
Rocket
the
from AM
12th. April the 12th.
1490 WMBM right here in Miami. He said, you got 10 minutes. You can sing it, you can talk it, but you got 10 minutes.
Period.
Then please sing it because that's what we came to hear. Okay.
Lady Dance, this has been a pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity. I, I, I was kind of teetotaling on and off if I was going to stay in the industry or not, but I think I'm going to hang on in there. I love everyone. I love my fellow promoters and colleagues, and I'm big on fellowship and network. So my motto is we're better together. So let's just not say it. Let's just be doers one to another.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Listen, ladies, I thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We hope that you heard something, especially if you're an artist that
Artists, yes.
that empowered you, that you learned
Absolutely.
to cultivate what you're doing at a better pace, right? Or at a better level, should I say? Because
Absolutely.
it's a lot. It's just more than just singing, but it's a business aspect to this. And you heard the ladies behind the scenes that are really making it move and shake, right? They're doing
Absolutely.
and they do it at a high and great level. So, ladies, I thank you so much. Ashley from down here, thank you so much. That's good. I can't stand to be late. I don't like when people late. So they're just commenting on, what has been said. And ladies, listen, just watch the comments. If you want to reply to them, if you have questions, let us know. Contact us. Sonya, how can they get in contact with you if they have a great event that they're doing? Because you have
Yes.
worked so many big platforms.
Absolutely.
And if you want to book a solid stage manager, stage producer, if you're a artist that's looking for a great manager, Sonya, how can they connect with you?
You can contact via Facebook, Sonya Turner Maddox, Instagram, Sonya Turner. My email address is Grace Production 2017. That's GraceProduction 22017 at gmail.com, or via phone 404-453-7478 for business only, please. Thank you.
Y'all hear that?
Yes.
Go ahead, Eve. How can they connect with you? How can they call you? Maybe have you in for stage management, all that you do. Tell them how they can find you.
So the name of my business is Exclusive Touch LLC. I have a Facebook page. The email address is exclusivetouch.e@gmail.com. The business number is 757-556-5607. And I love to connect with you, whether it's artist liaison, helping you promote your business or your concert or show, what have you, or just network, So I really, 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 really love the industry, and I just want to keep it alive as much as we can. And like I said, working together is the only way we'll be able to get it done.
Amen. Amen. And listen, everybody, these are some of the silent giants in the quartet industry that's keeping quartet alive, keeping it moving. Listen, our body have many parts and every part has its function. So it's so many of us. And like I said, I'm not just singling them out, but I did want to spotlight them on tonight, along
Thank you
with
so
Sunsurray
much.
Wynn, who had an emergency. But there are some great, phenomenal, amazing women that are working in the quartet industry. And listen, I hope to get around to everybody. I thank you. Listen, I'm Lady Des. I do public relations, artist management. I think I kind of do everything all
Yeah.
that artists would need. All right. So if you have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to contact me. You can follow me right here on my page, Desiree Hall. It's in parentheses, Lady Des, or you can contact me at 786-520-5677. I'm like Sonya, business purposes only.
That's it.
We gotta
That's
put that
it.
disclaimer. I just don't know. We got to put that disclaimer, all right? Business purposes only. Thank you. So, ladies, thank you once again. This has
Thank
been
you.
Sensations, y'all. I love y'all. Tune in next Tuesday night. Yeah, next Tuesday night, 8:30, different show. We're still honoring women. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.